I work the late shift at a 24-hour diner off the interstate. It's the kind of place that sees more shadows than people after midnight. Regulars call it the last stop because, well, for some folks it is. Last night, just before 3 a.m., a man came in. He was tall, gaunt, wearing a suit that looked decades out of style. His face was pale, ashen almost. But it was his eyes that got me. Pitch black, like an empty stretch of road. He sat in the corner booth, the one under the flickering light. He didn't look at the menu, just stared at me. Reluctantly, I walked over with my notepad. Before I could speak, he said, "Coffee, black, and a piece of pie." His voice was cold, like wind sneaking under a door. I nodded and hurried away, but I couldn't shake the chill he left behind. When I came back with his order, the booth was empty. Confused, I looked around the diner. The door hadn't opened. Our bell would have rung. Then I noticed something on the table, a single folded note. My name was written on it in shaky, uneven handwriting. Hands trembling, I opened it. "I'm still hungry." The bell over the door jangled. Relief flooded me as I turned, expecting another customer. But there was no one there. When I turned back, the coffee cup and pie plate were empty, licked clean. My heart raced. I knew I hadn't heard anyone leave. Then I noticed something else. A faint reflection in the diner's glass door. At first, I thought it was mine. But the figure in the reflection wasn't standing behind the counter where I was. It was sitting in the booth, exactly where the man had been. I whipped around, and that's when I saw it. It was me, pale and gaunt, my skin stretched tight over my cheekbones. My eyes, once brown, were now true voids of blackness, endless and cold. My reflection, no, my duplicate, smirked. "Don't look so shocked," it said, its voice hollow but unmistakably mine. "You fed me well." My knees buckled, and I grabbed the counter to keep from collapsing. What are you?" I stammered. The thing stood, its movements jerky, like it hadn't warmed my skin long enough to get comfortable. "You called me here, didn't you?" The late shifts, the loneliness, the emptiness inside you. It leaned closer, and I swear I could feel its breath, icy and rancid against my face. "I filled the hunger," it whispered. "Now I take the rest." The lights flickered, and in the split second of darkness, I felt a crushing weight on my chest, like something pulling me from the inside out. When the lights steadied again, the diner felt off. I looked around, but everything was where it should be. Then I saw myself, or the thing wearing my face, standing behind the counter, wiping down the surface like nothing had happened. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. I tried to run, but my feet wouldn't move. I was trapped in the reflection of the glass door, watching as it as me turned to greet the next customer.